Steam, one of, if not the most widely known video game distributors for PCs and laptops. The company has spent the better part of the last decade building a stable relationship with gamers through accessibility, easy AAA and indie game access alike, variety of sales, and consistent, even exclusive releases. But for every Stranger Things, there is a tall girl. And for every tall girl, there's a tall girl too, and maybe even a third one in the works. No idea how this was ever given the green light to begin with, but that question also applies to Steam. Like Netflix, Steam has gained some notoriety recently for literally accepting any kind of trash people want to throw at them. You want to play Minecraft? How about Dig Build or Break Crate? Spider-Man's a PS5 exclusive. How about play whatever we're looking at now instead?
Whoa! What the fuck is this?
By the way, I'm going to be using a bunch of Charlie's clips in this video because he is objectively hilarious and he has an entire series on bad Steam games, so check that out if this topic interests you. To start our search for the worst, I set the search bar to free and began scrolling down. It took me about 5 seconds to realize this was a very slow and very inefficient way of finding the worst game ever, and so I went to the most prestigious, trustworthy source known to a college student, Google. And I discovered that you could actually sort games by customer reviews. Don't ask me why I didn't know that already. My favorite games are Homescaped and Candy Crush. You get a long list of options. Although you could only sort from good reviews to bad, I figured I'd just bite the bullet on this one and scroll down from best to worst. After all, it couldn't take that long, right? I entered the long plunge into the bowels of Steam reviews. My hand began to cramp as I slowly watched the like percentage fall from 99% to 98, 97, and then 96. I couldn't stop myself from staring intently at the screen as I passed by all these great, beloved games, but in the back of my mind I could see it, the worst game on Steam that I had yet to find. But after 5 minutes and barely making a scratch, I decided to go back to the drawing board. There I found this very reliable news source that seemed pretty promising. So I scrolled all the way down to the bottom of the official journalist guide to the worst Steam games, and I saw this. At first glance, I thought I accidentally had clicked the wrong website, or maybe I had been redirected to some other page, because this just looked like any other run-of-the-mill FIFA knockoff. Honestly, it didn't even look that bad, but I figured just for the benefit of the doubt, I would try searching it up anyway. Turns out, it's unavailable on Steam. So I scrolled up one to the second worst game, which sure as hell looked a lot more promising, and I went to check it out, but it also wasn't there. That was when I realized that each game had a status linked at the bottom of the respective paragraph. And so I checked one by one, and every single game on this list was either unavailable, completely broken by the time I booted it up, or sold for an absurd price. Out of the 20, not a single one worked out. And once again, I was out of options. Everything seemed so futile, and I was on the verge of despair. But every time I closed my eyes, I kept seeing it. The image of the glorious worst game in my mind, and I knew I had to continue onwards.
The temptation of the flesh! No! It's too much!
Rather than trust any more credence on the internet, I decided to rely on the only real one I know, myself. And so I eventually came up with the idea to search up popular games and just scroll down. Obviously, my first instinct was the game that I had already put many hours into over the weekend, so I simply typed in Elden Ring and decided to see whatever would come up. And oh boy, did something come up. There it was, right in front of my eyes. Galaxy Citizen. Even though it had overall positive views, there was something entrancing about it. That beautiful green thumbnail. Those high-resolution textures. I just had to click on it. After all, it was published by the elusive Studio Baby, and was created by the even more exclusive publisher, Baby Incorporated. I don't have words for what happened next, but I'll just let you see with your own eyes what I uncovered. That's right. This game is in pre-release and it already has a soundtrack download and a DLC. EA would be proud. I tried to download the game, but for whatever ungodly reason, it took up more storage space than all of my computer's hardware combined. So I tried to allocate some storage to basically install what was probably just a virus. Only for my computer to completely shut down trying to install it. But even though I technically never got to play the game, I'm glad to have witnessed greatness, to have glimpsed into the depths of depravity and saw just how bad Steam games could get. So thank you for watching, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see all you dudes on Galaxy Citizen.